This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I will be playing the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The campaign is Two Headed Serpent. It was written by Paul Fricker, Scott Dorward, and Mathew Sanderson. It's available directly from Chaosium and also from Drive-Thru RPG. I'm the Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 29. Our recap will be given by David Gassaway as his hero, Dr. Jude Hiro. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. David?
Tom? It seems that we are the sort of people who, when attacked by an enormous Icelandic troll and defeating it, go directly into that troll's cave. Perhaps we wouldn't have a year ago, but today we did. We did not find a family of giant trolls, nor a treasure hoard. Instead, we found another of the Inner Knight's flying vehicles, less damaged than the one in Bolivia. We found a serpent person torn to bits. We found the weapon they used to turn living creatures into stone, a sort of mercury injection gun. And, most horribly, we found the human suit that the Serpentine had on board. This convincing human skin, soft and warm on the inside, opened its damned eyes and looked into my soul, and I did not know such suffering was possible. Oh, and a couple of capybaras, presumably brought along as a food supply, the way whaling ships used to keep Galapagos tortoises in crates of straw. Jack and Fern have adopted them, so now we have pets. I wouldn't let Lloyd mind them when you're out of town. Or Goose. Or me. So they hold out the smashed up flyer, and Stoney got it to work, and it seems it will be useful for study and reconnaissance. I saw to the destruction of the living skin suit. I did not meet its gaze again, but I can still see it. With the remaining truck, we headed on toward Olisvik, the village between Snøfellsjökull. As if Miss Jensdotter wasn't shaken enough already, we found the village smoldering, clearly in the aftermath of a pitched battle, with no sign of her brother, his wife and daughters, or any other human soul. We did find, however, an injured troll, or rather a vormis, as they were known of old, caught in a collapsed building. Around its neck, a golden collar, which Stoney tried to break off the beast, but it shocked him violently, and the creature ran off. With the serpentine flail, I commanded it, in Naakal, to stop. It's the nature of serpentine technology. Where the staff allows one to command snakes with the mind alone, the whip needs spoken commands in the ancient language, and it shocks the animal that doesn't obey. We ended up allowing it to flee. When we came to the volcano, we saw that there was a great artificial shelf opened into it, with flying traffic and guards without. Rather than alert the entire complex to our arrival and risk the villagers trapped inside, we decided to look around the rear of the mountain. And here we were soon surrounded by wild vormis, whose home this mountain is and has been for eons. They might have tried to put our heads on stakes like those of the serpentines they'd killed, but we have forged an uneasy alliance. We share an enemy, after all. I try not to look at the terrible, enormous sculpture of their unholy deity, or the black abyss beneath it.
Right, excellent. One thing more to add is the last thing that happened is you watched them do a ritual and throw their dead into the abyss. Now, the abyss is about 600 feet across. And on the opposite wall, you can see what looks like a doorway that looks more manufactured. So you're thinking, well, they said that's where the snake people came from. So if there is a facility, that's probably part of it. Or perhaps part of it broke off and fell into the abyss that you're standing at.
We can go around this pit, or
No.
we have to find a way across. Okay, so
You have to find a way across. As you were standing there, you've heard the Vormis sing a strange song and bury their dead. Well, throw them in the pit. You also notice that when some of the Vormis start to go back to whatever they were doing before, on the far end of the cavern, where there are tunnels leading off into the darkness, you see them picking up rocks off the ground and hurling them at something that appears to be in a pit at the other end. They're not afraid. They seem to be just throwing rocks angrily as they are walking away from this little funeral that you just witnessed. You hear a noise coming from the pit that sounds, well, it's hard to describe, almost like sandpaper rubbing against something, a kind of a like that. It's loud and it's angry sounding. They're obviously throwing these rocks at something that's down in the pit.
But
Meanwhile,
what are they doing over there? Chucking rocks.
Feeding something, maybe, and then keeping it at bay.
I'll go over and look.
No.
It doesn't look like they're throwing food in there. They're throwing rocks.
Is that where they were throwing their dead? Or is
No,
it a different?
that's-
Oh, okay.
The abyss is where they threw their dead.
Okay, I misunderstood.
So
I'll go with Stony.
As you approach this pit, I'd like you to do a spot hidden roll.
Oh, wow. I got a
Yeah.
1.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
I'm the opposite of last week. I got an 85.
Okay. So as you approach the pit, you look down inside. The pit is fairly deep. You'd say maybe 30 feet deep. And inside the pit is something very strange. It is you would guess, a serpent person. Only this serpent person has been mutated severely by something. It's at least 10 times larger than any serpent person you've ever seen. It's more humanoid than most of the serpent people. And instead of being lithe and sort of snake-like, its muscles have been enormously enhanced. It's got huge, angry, power lifter body parts. Its thighs are huge. Its whole musculature has been altered to make it extremely physically strong. But it's fallen, or it's been thrown into this pit, and they are chucking rocks at it in anger. Obviously, it was probably used as part of what killed their own people. But Stony, what you notice is that none of the Vormis get within 5 or 6 feet of this pit. You'll see them get they'll come up, they'll throw their rocks, they'll yell some sort of curse in their own language, and they'll keep their distance from the pit by about 5 feet for some reason.
Do you
I look
point
at-
at?
Yeah, I look at Jack and I say, I don't like the look of that guy. And the Vormis don't like him either. They're not getting close to him.
You look at me and I'm scratching a capybara, and then I look. Is that a? I mean, we've seen snake people. Is it big enough for a sanity roll?
I'll give you the sanity roll in a second.
Okay.
As the creature hissing and reacting to getting rocks, it doesn't seem to be hurt much by the rocks that are hitting it. It suddenly opens its mouth and hisses, and a long, prehensile, forked tongue comes flailing out of its mouth right at you. And fortunately, you're just out of range as it whip cracks right in front of you. And it
Shit.
Good Lord.
splatters a little bit of green juice on you. You can do a sanity roll for that.
Okay. I pass.
88. No, that's not a pass at all.
You do 1d6 sanity.
6. Okay, I'm not rolling good this week. I rolled too well last week, and now I'm being punished.
Okay, all of the rest of you see that as well. I would like you to do a 1d10.
1d10? 3.
Actually, do a sanity
Intelligence.
roll. I mean, intelligence. Yeah.
26, which is very much a hard success.
You step back and you fall down, and for a moment you feel like you really want to run and get out of the cavern.
Yeah.
That would have probably killed you had it hit you. But it also seems to you like that thing hasn't been fed, so it's extremely hungry. They're torturing it and not intending to feed it. But it could have easily, if you were any closer, it could have wrapped that tongue around you and pulled you into the pit.
Yeah, I'm
So
struggling.
you're
Trying to get up.
you're shaken for a couple of rounds
Yeah.
at how close death was to you at that moment.
Yeah.
The rest of you, of course, see this.
Right.
Y'all,
Oh, I was gonna say, I wanted to. Is the shaman lady still around us?
she's still over by the statue.
Okay. Fern's gonna go over to her because she seems the most intelligent, and Fern motions to the pit and then does this and why aren't you killing it?
She, I'd say that her reaction to that is almost with a bit of anger at that suggestion. And she comes over to you and takes your hand, and she marches you towards the pit.
Mm.
And she's taking you there, and she picks up a rock and puts it in your hand.
Okay.
And instructs you to throw it at
Yeah,
that thing.
Fern will throw it.
And she sort of rages at that thing as it tries to whip its tongue out, but you guys are out of range.
Goose, can you come here?
Yeah, sure. And I'll pick up a rock as I'm approaching Stony.
Yeah. And I'm like, just no further than this. Can you talk to that guy?
And I'll Hikayo Bara, which basically means what's up or something in Nakal.
You're going to speak Naakal.
I mean, that's
interesting.
He's
think
good at it,
that's what
after all.
Stony is implying. I just know English Nakal and a bit of French and stuff, but I don't think it speaks
Yeah.
French.
It doesn't really react. And after a few moments of trying, you get the impression that it's a big dumb brute. It wasn't bred for it wasn't bred and mutated for intelligence. It's bred and mutated for strength and
Thought it was worth a try.
And I'll throw the rock at it that I picked up.
I'll also throw a rock as well.
As for some reason, the shaman lady, she's seeming like they don't want it dead, like they're punishing it for some reason.
I mean, they just had a big battle, right? A lot of their comrades have fallen. This is probably their way to take out their anger.
Yeah.
that
It's
is
just
exactly
jail.
what it seems.
I'm afraid we're not dealing with an extremely civilized group of creatures. But, zealots that worship that thing and don't seem to know how dangerous it is to keep that thing around. We'll maybe see about Plan G when we can get away with it. Can throw a rock down there at some point. But for now, I think we're a bit too tenuous on our relations. I would. Where is the statue relative to the door that we understand that Internight to have access to?
You mean the one that's on the other side of the pit?
Yeah, is the statue directly opposite that door, or
It actually faces in that direction. Yes. Really, the statue is facing towards the abyss,
right?
and the door happens to be on the other side. But it does look like the cliff sheared there and exposed the passage.
It's a passage, or is there some kind of built
No, it
door?
looks like there's a passage going in, but it's dark. And as I said, it's about 600 feet away from you.
I sometimes wish that my mental powers were capable of carrying larger things like people reliably, but I'm not going to send us across that abyss one by one.
I could fly us over there in the machine.
Didn't Stony bring like all kinds of mountaineering gear?
Yeah. Yeah, I brought all kinds of gear.
We don't want to fall into the earthquake pit, though. And we don't have anything like we could shoot a piton across a great.
I have a grenade thrower, an air compressed grenade thrower.
Yeah, could we modify it somehow to like shoot a crowbar or something?
Well, you have a grapple
absolutely.
in your climbing pack?
Do I have a what in my climbing pack?
A grapple hook?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All of those things would be acceptable attempts.
I could try to fly us over there one by one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it only holds 3 people, right?
Or we could shoot, I mean, I'm interested in the range of this thing on,
There's just curiosity's sake, if there is it's a large pit and there is a constructed statue over there, is there like remnants of like an old bridge, like an old rope bridge, or is there something lying around?
I think something fell through and I don't know if something made this abyss, but something fell through and exposed the hole on the other side.
Do we feel any odd energy coming off of this abyss? I'm worried that if we try to fly a sphere over that's electrical or anything and there's something other in there, it'll like make it just die while we're trying to go over the chasm.
Well, Fern, why don't you roll? We'll just make it a spot hidden.
Okay.
You can walk right up to the edge of the abyss as it disappears into the darkness below.
Okay, I passed.
There's a change in the air near the abyss. Um, you know how I don't know if you know this or not, but cave systems under the ground actually they've got flowing air, usually because of the heating and the cooling of the air around. So you can feel a breeze coming from down below, and it's an oddly warm breeze. It could definitely be. This is a volcano you're in, so there could be a system of caves down below.
But if I take my
But you don't
flashlight
feel
out,
any.
okay,
You don't feel any kind of electrical or anything
okay,
like that.
yeah. I just wanted to make sure,
Also,
ooh, we're going across,
also,
and
the Vormis did say that the Vormis came across and attacked on spheres.
oh, okay.
So they do work.
I also kind of want to see what's down there, but it's probably not worth it.
Yeah,
In the
I don't-
abyss?
Yeah, because they threw down the bodies and after the mountain started shaking, right?
Yeah.
That could be a huge coincidence, but I don't think it is.
No.
I mean, it could be something physical, like you throw a wet sack onto some lava far away, and when it erupts in steam, it shakes things.
That's
Or
true.
it could be
it could
the
be
gods
physical.
sitting down there saying, yummy, yummy, in my tummy, tummy.
Could
I
be
don't
another one of
want
them big
to-
worms.
Do you want to inquire and see
We
if
don't.
you can?
We do not want to wake the sleeper up or advise them about waking the sleeper. We want this. Have you looked at that statue?
Yeah, no, maybe. I'm just curious. I mean, I don't think it's worth it. I think we should focus on getting across, but I'm just curious. No, information is power.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
if you're
also-
dead.
It's also my only concern about the spheres is that we're using a damaged one. We don't know how much juice it lost. We don't know. We do not want to find out that it's half empty on the third trip.
So
I
So
think
physical grappling might make more sense, even though I'm no mountain climber.
plus we might need to leave in a hurry. I think as long as we can leave it be for now, we should.
so this thing's 600 feet across. So I mean, if I shoot 600 feet of rope across, it's
A long ways.
we're going to go down
The sphere makes the
600
most
feet,
sense.
600 feet before we start coming back up.
Couple
Do we
hundred
have like
pounds.
spikes for in the wall that we can like make handholds around the
Around?
abyss? That's what with mountaineering you usually like.
I mean, we were coming to
Hammer
a
spikes into the
volcano,
wall,
so
right?
some sort of climbing
That's
apparatus
reasonable.
would have made sense. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a lot of pitons, And
I mean, we
again,
can do a few
That's true,
piton,
that's true.
do a piton, then I can shoot another one, and we could swing from one to the other.
If we had a really, really big net, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with any of these plans. But it only takes one mistake. If you remember when we were in the Bolivian jungle, we didn't all make it around the little shelf before we had our first slip. And that was,
How far up is the ceiling?
mm,
The ceiling is also kind of into the darkness up above you, but your guessing is it's probably a few hundred feet up.
'Cause we could
stalactites up there.
Not that you can really see.
We could shoot one into the ceiling and kind of use it to
Swing?
kind of go, well, I mean, maybe we could swing 600 feet or shoot a few of them and, I don't know if Tarzan's a reference for this time period, but
Sure. We've all
Tarzan our way
Tarzan.
across.
He's been around for a long time.
We could shoot a couple of spikes into the ceiling on lengths of rope and then just use them as a sort of harness and then take the hovercraft across, and the harness would just be a safety. So we didn't plummet into the abyss if the thing fails.
You think you can pilot it good enough to get it across there, Buzz, without touching their statue? Because I'm pretty sure they'd get upset if we touch their statue.
That's a statue.
I mean, yeah, I could probably. I think I could definitely pilot it across there as long as there's nothing that, as long as it doesn't run out of energy halfway across, and then you are in the, business of needing a new mechanic.
Did when we were surrounded, did we have the device with us? Yeah, because they're going to freak out when they see us flying one of those things too. I mean, maybe we could explain to the priestess we destroyed one.
I think shooting a piton into the ceiling and just swinging is definitely doable, right?
I mean, you
and if you don't make it, you swing back and we'll catch you.
I mean, you've done some like infiltration stuff as in your career, right, Goose? I mean, surely you're used to swinging on some ropes. I mean, how hard is it? I mean,
I did more urban infiltration, but nothing like this.
At this point,
how hard is it?
I've had luck.
You've been a kid, right? You've swung across a river. It's just
you know what?
Grab the rope and let go of the rope. It's not that hard.
I can shoot like 6 pitons with ropes attached into the ceiling, and if anything goes wrong, Dr. Harrow can test the limits of your,
Yeah.
Fern's gonna go back over to the shaman lady and motion to our group, and then the entryway across that we're trying to reach, and telling her like, us there, snaky people die. Their way to get there easy.
How big are these boulders? Maybe they just throw us across.
Fern, she sort of understands what you're saying, but at the same time, she tries to tell you something else. Do an intelligence roll for me.
Yes, hard success.
She tells you that the snake people came from that hole on the other side. But she refers to the abyss as where the sleeper sleeps. And you get also from her that the statue is not the sleeper. The statue is their god. But I guess she's kind of trying to warn you of danger. Don't fall into the pit.
Yeah. Fern's like, oh, no. I'll go back and relay to everybody what she told me.
Give me a luck roll as well.
All right.
Jack is preparing his grenade launcher to,
That's a pass.
She gets the impression that you want to help them by maybe launching an attack on the snake people. So they have primitive weapons and primitive things. If any of them are any help to you in getting across the pit, ropes and, metal spikes and things like that, maybe they have things like that. So as long as you can come up with some means.
I'm doing quick adjustments to narrow the exit tube to fire, pitons and such as far as possible. Attach if people want to start tying ropes to them. I feel like we're swinging.
Okay.
I love swinging.
Do you want? Oh, good.
I mean, if you're stuck in the middle, you can, with your psychic powers, Dr. Harrow, you can get the next rope to people.
Yeah, your one job is to hold on, and the rest of us will figure it out.
You can give people just that extra push, maybe, to reach it. We'll be fine.
Once we get across too, we can spike the entrance, and then we can tie things off. And there might be some awkwardness, but we'll all make it.
Yeah.
So who's going first?
I mean, I have to shoot, a few across. So I'll do that first, and I mean, I'll test my own thing. I'll leave the launcher here, and Gus, Stony, I will trust Gus to you.
Okay. I'll take good care of him.
All right. So if I'm to understand, are you trying to get the pitons and the rope to go across the pit and jam into the wall, or go up to the top?
We're going to try the ceiling first, and then we'll know more about how high it is.
Yeah, I don't know if we have 600 feet of rope, so, a few into the ceiling, and, we're going to swing our way one by one across.
Okay. Go ahead and do a luck roll.
Okay. That's 49 under 82. That's a pass.
So Womp, your design works perfectly. The piton secures itself. It's solid rock, so it's not going anywhere. Who wants to swing across first?
I will take the first swing. Since I made this, I will test it. So I will take the first swing from one rope to the next.
Okay. So you realize that you have to get everything lined up so that you don't just smack into the wall on the opposite side. But you did pretty good. So I'll say you grab a hold of it. Strength roll.
Okay. Ugh. That's a 91. I would like to push this roll.
Okay.
Am I going from one rope to the next? Is that the idea? Okay.
Sure. If that was your idea, like Tarzan.
Yeah, like Tarzan. So as I'm going, I feel my hand slip, and I'm sliding down fast. I'm like, well, this is it. But then I think I just reach it, try to put enough forward momentum to get to the next one. That's kind of how I'm pushing it, is so I swing my legs maybe to kind of get more forward momentum.
Think of Gus!
Okay, God, that's a 15. Okay, that is a hard success.
So you slide down the rope a little, but you keep going, and you grab the next rope and you swing, and you come in just a little bit low, but you're able to grab onto a lot of protruding rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then climb the rest of the way up.
It's safe.
Now, did you by chance take a rope with you as you went?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got an additional rope that can sort of be used by the others to guide them to where they're going to go. All right. Who wants to go next?
I will.
Okay. We also described that the opening is much larger than you thought that it was. It looked like a little door. Now it's actually obviously the entrance to a tunnel.
Yeah, I might stay back in case we need a little flotation. I might go last.
Okay. Stony, do a strength roll.
Strength roll. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's a regular success.
Okay. You managed to get across without any difficulty at all.
Okay.
Who's next?
I'll try.
I think that might be wise, Goose, because I think you're probably the heaviest, and we want to
test the limits of this thing. But in case I fall, you can catch me with your psychic powers, right, Dr. Harrow?
That's right. I'm ready. I'm bracing.
I rolled an 88 on a strength of 40. I'll I'll spend 48 luck on this because
Oof.
I mean pushing it's not gonna work for me because
Okay.
I've below 50 chance anyway.
All right.
48.
You've kept enough to save yourself if you're gonna die.
I think
All right.
I'll do the math in my head.
All right. All right. So you start to lose your grip, you let go, you scream out, like this, but you catch the end of the rope with your snake strength and you get it. And as you swing over to where Jack and Stony are, they have to grab the rope and kind of pull you up because you're about 20 feet below where it is.
Thanks, guys. Oh, whew, that was close.
It should be easier now.
Stony and Jack, as you are pulling him up, please do listen rolls.
55 is. I will spend 10 luck to make that a success if need be.
I don't make it.
I will spend.
Okay.
I will spend 10 luck to make that a success.
Okay. So Stony, you don't hear it because you're helping with the rope pull it up. But Jack, as you're pulling it up, you hear noise from the tunnel behind you. You think that Goose's yell might have echoed down there. And for a moment, you hear off in the distance down that tunnel the sound of hissing language.
I will grab the rope, to help Goose, and I will pull a grenade out of my pocket, like Stony, something is potentially coming down, and hand him a grenade, then hand him a second grenade. You watch that way. I will make sure everybody makes it over.
Okay, sounds good. I will kind of pocket the grenades, and I'll pull out my rifle and take position.
And when your back's to me, I take Gus and quickly shove him in my own backpack.
Makes sense.
Okay. As you are getting, who's going to be next?
I'll go.
All right. Fern, as you're getting ready and getting ready to, I would like you to do a luck roll.
Okay. Oh, a 2. Oh, that's extreme.
Nice. So you've got the rope, you're pulling back, you're getting ready to go. And before you do, all of a sudden, Jack and Stony and Gustav, you feel a rush of air coming from that tunnel behind you. And you can just manage to sort of move out of the way as 2 spheres come through that tunnel. They're not complete spheres. They're just the base. There's no globe over the top of them. And there are 2 snake men that are armed, and they are on the top of those things. They come shooting out of the tunnel. You can see that they are wearing the baby human skin, floppy-headed environmental suits. And as they come shooting out, one of them whirls around backwards so that he's facing Jack and Gustav and Stony. The other one is flying across the pit. It looks immediately like they are armed with flame pistols.
I was about to ask a question I ask a lot. Who of us has the flame pistol?
I think Lloyd.
Thought it was Lloyd. Yeah.
Okay.
No, the last person to take it from me was Stony.
Yeah, I was like, Stony had it.
I must
he
have
took
it.
it when he took it at the statue farm.
Now, the first thing you hear when they come flying out and see you is they yell to one another, "Intruders," in English.
Can I shoot a piton at one of them?
Sure.
Okay.
Just like a rifle.
Yeah, okay. Rifle. Ooh, I'm not good at shooting things. I'm good at throwing things. No, I miss it pretty bad. 80.
I believe Stony had his rifle ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
You can shoot at them.
Okay.
Which one are you going to shoot at? The one facing you or the one?
Yeah, I'm going to start with them because they're closer. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 22. That is a hard success.
I'll go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. 11.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say that you knock one of them right off of the sphere that he's on. And he goes, oh, like that, and falls into the abyss. And the sphere that he's on just starts to drift its way over towards the where Dr. Jude is standing. Dr. Jude and Lloyd and Fern, what are you doing?
As soon as the one in front sort of whoops out from across, it's the old drop the nickel bag, reach in for both pistols, kneel and draw. Yeah, it's going to be loud in here, but if you can pick off the intercepting team, that's good.
Fern's gonna set up kind of at a rocky place or whatever, maybe near some of the bigger Vormis guys, because I'm sure they noticed it too.
Yeah, looks like the Vormis are getting ready to chuck spears at and Lloyd.
And Lloyd is going to go protect Fern and hide behind a rock with her.
Okay.
With his gun drawn.
Dr. Harrow, you want to fire your
thing? An 06 is an extreme for one of my handguns. That's 1d10, and the other handgun is a 51, which is a regular. 1d10 damage is 8, and the other is 4.
Right. Once again, you manage to shoot the one, but not before he gets off a shot with his flame pistol. So there's a blast of flame in the air, but you hit him. He falls off backwards, and the other sphere comes slowly settling itself on your side as well.
Brace yourself in case there's another tremor.
And in fact, a few moments later, there is a tremor. You feel the ground wobble and shake.
I would like to take a moment to ask the priestess, and she'd already drawn circles in the dust about the flyers. Like, do not X these. We can use them against.
I don't think we're recording right now. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
She has no intention of destroying them. I mean, you can use them.
So Fern was just about to fly. Lloyd was hiding behind Fern, and I was going to go last, but now we've got 2 flyers. So that seems a lot easier than the rope swing to me. And they carry more than one party. Lloyd, I assume you want to fly your own in case you want to use it to cowardly flee? And Fern and I can fly the other?
Yeah, it kind of sucks that both of the people that's piloted one are on the other side of the cavern.
So if you haven't actually mind melded with them yet, you need to pass a power roll if you want to try to control them.
I feel pretty confident about my ability to interface with serpentine technologies at this point. So
Yeah,
I'm going to...
my power's not great.
Yeah, I've got an 11, so that's extreme. I'm like,
pretty
hop
good with
on,
power.
load up, turn around a little circle, float down, go out over the abyss, don't look down, come back. I feel good.
I am going to spend, can I spend 7 points of luck to pass that?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll pass it. I rolled an 82.
You could also fly down the abyss and have a quick look-see.
Yeah, we'll let you do that, Goose. I do not want to see their god. Or
No, it's not
accidentally
their
make-
god. It's the
It's the sleeper.
She mimed it was something different. But yeah, I
Well,
get
that's the no.
I feel reptilian brain is taking over more humanoid brain with Goose.
All right, Fern, would you like to ride with me or Lloyd, or drive yourself?
No, I'll get on the back with you. I think you would probably drive a little nicer than what Lloyd might.
I don't know what you mean. I think
He's
I'm
only
getting
nervous
used
at
to it.
first. He'll probably be teaching people how to fly these things by tomorrow.
I'm gonna say it's not that hard. And as he's, like when you see someone who's learning how to drive like a manual transmission, he's bunny hopping back and forth everywhere. As he's
So
like, I think I'm getting it.
before we fly across, do we want to ask the priestess? I mean, they offered assistance. Do we want to have a couple of their bravest warriors go around the front and chuck a couple spears as a distraction? I mean, it's a little hard to explain, and I don't want to ask much of them.
Well,
We're
do
hoping-
these things have a weight limit?
I think we thought they were about 3 human-sized creatures.
Yeah,
They're just because of the base of it.
right.
We might be able to fly one over at a time. You can drop me and
We
see
could
if
carry a
the-
few over. Well, let's try to communicate with the priestess and see what she thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do any of her
Do,
warriors want to come with us?
do a persuade check.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Well, I've been rolling pretty hot, so that was my 89. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Well-
they're afraid of the serpent people. So,
Yeah.
Well,
What
first
you get out
standing
of
there
them
with
is
them,
the-
can I try?
well,
I have a rapport with her.
I'd rather have it that they want to get ready in case there's a fight.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do have
So-
to protect Gus and Tulip. That's true.
Oh, Jack took Gus across. I mean, Jack's got Gus. You've got Tulip, as far as I know.
Oh, she's riding on this thing with us?
Well, she can ride with me if you want.
No.
There's
All
a
right.
fox and a chicken and a bag of grain. Talk about it later.
All right, so you cross over, and almost immediately, beyond the rock cliff face, the tunnel itself widens and gets to be about, I'd say, 20 feet across. It's also fairly high and arched. It's obviously a tunnel. I'd say man-made tunnel, but man didn't make this.
Well,
It
Serpent
seems
Man.
to be. It seems to be very interesting because it's almost fused into the rock. There's not blocks or panels. It's
But this doesn't
solid.
look dull at all, does it?
No, it looks like a science lab that you're going into. You turn a corner and there is definitely at the top of the arch, the tunnel, there is a channel going along, and there is some kind of fluid, you think, that's in a kind of crystal matrix going along, that's glowing. It glows kind of a bright bioluminescent yellow, and that seems to be the light source. It's not particularly bright, but
We saw that sort of thing in the command center where we opened up the portal thing, right? Wasn't there
not
some kind of-
unlike, right?
Yeah.
Similar technology.
So here's the question, now that we're all on this side, and we seem to have killed the guards without awakening others, despite the crack of gunshots, but I mean, that was on the other side of a big empty space. Do we want to ride these 2 hovercraft into battle? And, maybe weigh them down? Or do we want to take one as an advanced scout and then come in on foot. The Vormis didn't seem to think there were more than, well, what, a dozen of the serpents left? But I don't know how many enslaved trolls they have at their behest. I mean, I can counter command them too. Oh, Christ. Maybe I should go up first, crack the whip, and say, tear the other serpents apart. Seems like a high-stakes gambit, but it would be very satisfying if it worked.
If you take one of the spheres or the half spheres that we have, should have plenty of time to get away.
Yeah, you can just turn tail and fly away if it doesn't work. But I mean, seems like that's what it's designed for, right? The whip.
Yeah. And honestly, the creatures probably respond more quickly to commands that they want to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not one to, keep serving the bad snake people. So
No, but it also is the possibility that if I come in and crack the whip, they're all going to hate me instantly. They won't be able to attack because of the fear of reprisal. But
Do you
I might be
think
able to
it'll-
over command what the others have done, unless they all have flails.
Do you think if they have any more like beefsteak back there up in their lab, that whip will work on them?
I didn't beefsteak?
No, the big beefy guy in the pit.
Oh, that
he was
thing.
he was a snake guy, right?
Yeah, he
That's
wasn't
correct.
collared. He was a specially bred reptilian.
Well, do you think they did a cross pollination of one of the Vormith and a snake person?
I mean, it was awful thick and humanoid and reptilian.
I would be careful with flying those spheres into battle. They have those Medusifying guns or stony guns. If they hit your craft with it, you're probably going to crash immediately.
They're real quiet though, right?
Nah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, how high is the ceiling? Maybe you can
20.
fly very high.
Yeah, if I stay in shadow, scoot over there. Well, okay. Let's suggest that I fly in real quiet and see whether I'm immediately in a big space that I can't hide in, and then I come back and report. If I see, 200 enslaved villagers in a pit surrounded by Vormis guards and 4 serpent guys in a corner talking, I'll crack the whip and tell the Vormis, you can kill them now, and see what happens. I don't know what
Yeah,
other
I think it's
scenarios. It
better.
could be a giant honeycomb that I can't ever find my way around in, too.
Right. Well, if it does branch off like that, don't be going down a bunch of different tunnels. You might get yourself lost. But I definitely think recon is in order here.
If you're also going to do that, I would take a grenade with you.
Doesn't really hurt. Yep. Thank you, Buzz.
That one looks weird. There's no pin in it.
So, Dr. Harrow, you get on your hovercraft
Which is really fun.
and you move. Are you moving
I'm gonna
quickly
go up,
down the
up
corridor?
toward
or
the
are you gonna-
ceiling and sort of just, I'm going to keep an eye on what's lit and what's not lit and not bonk my head, but just slide around toward, look for a larger chamber and listen for hubbub.
So, as you get closer to the ceiling, you are lit up much more by this strip of lighting that's going. But the tunnel doesn't go very far. It kind of curves around and comes into a domed circular area. And there doesn't seem to be any way out of it, except there are smaller 10-foot passages going out. The other thing is part of this room towards the side has obviously collapsed. There's rock, there's rubble, there's broken panels of what look like quartz. That it's had a cave in of some sort. But there is one tunnel that looks like it leads out, but it's closer to the ground, more of a walking tunnel than anything else.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little loop around that to see if there's anything else that strikes me. I want to look at the fallen scree. Maybe it's the recent tremors. I want to see if the quartz looks natural or like it's connected to the fluids that are moving around.
The quartz, it's not it's natural stone, but it's not in its natural shape. It looks like it was almost used as wall structure or something like that, because it's at right angles.
It's a little bit of a fortress of solitude situation going on here.
Yeah, something like that.
But
and it looks like it looks like it collapsed a long time ago.
Okay, not about the recent tremors. Good. Okay, it seems like the best way we can go as a group will be on foot, but maybe we'll come in on some flyers. So I'm going to zip back and tell them what I've seen.
Okay. So he comes back to tell you.
Yeah, it looks like that tunnel is the way forward. Would I say that large chamber was under what had been the cone of the active volcano?
Mm-mm.
No, we're not near the center yet.
You're still quite a ways from the cone.
Okay.
That is so strange that they would only have a couple of their people, for lookouts on this end.
Well, if they've only got a dozen, they were lucky to hear us in the first place.
Well, maybe our chances are better than I thought they were.
Maybe this will be the time that most people don't die because we got here too late. Maybe we won't send some giant mosquitoes out to suck people dry in Brooklyn.
I'm more interested in what
or
they're
blow
doing
up everything
here.
in a 10-mile radius.
Or that.
Yeah.
And get infected and turn into monsters.
Yeah.
This could be our lucky shot.
I'm feeling hopeful.
Me too.
So do you guys walk on into the little
We're
round?
to shuttle people back and forth to that area.
As you leave that area and you start down one of the tunnels, we'll say the tunnel is directions. The tunnel's going forward. You can smell something. It's definitely musky and maybe a little fecal. Not unlike the Vormis place back there, but stronger, the smell. And you get to a junction where there is a tunnel going to your right and one that continues going forward. And the smell is definitely coming from the one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a spot hidden for me.
Sure. I'm busy driving.
Hard success.
Well, regular success.
You notice bits and pieces of refuse and stuff down that right-hand tunnel that look like they're Vormis in origin, bits of their loincloths and things like that from down that way.
Nothing about this that I like.
No, this could be their holding pen, but it sure does smell like they have them living in awful conditions.
Do we have any theory about why they kidnapped the whole village?
I mean, the livestock was the best we could go on, but it seems
Could be labor.
insufficient. I mean, they have giant Vormish that can chuck like giant rocks. What do you need a few puny humans for?
Well, they did have the guy in the pit.
Right, genetic experiments. They just got themselves 200 free lab rats.
Well, right, and the guards that came out after us were also wearing human suits.
Yeah, and they spoke English. What was that about?
Yeah, I
It
don't
could be
know.
where they're getting their suits then, and what's left over they give to the Vormis to eat.
Yeah, none of it is okay.
So
So we leave the kitchens and go forward, where we hope to find the prisoners.
Yeah.
okay.
Do we need to go
continue.
as a group, or do we need to split up and try to get their attention somehow, or split up just in case another group needs us? That way we're not all caught.
Well, if we split up and there's only 2 tunnels and somebody's going to go down the tunnel where probably the Vormis are, Dr. Harrow needs to go with them because he has the whip.
I was thinking maybe going down the Formus tunnel because now the masters are probably somewhere else. So now maybe we could free him and get him on our side. But it's a risky move. We don't know what we'll find.
Right, if they've been starving them like that other one, they'll be crazed. They won't listen to reason.
He had
Might be
also
a good
just been made.
distraction.
He had been made half rock too. I think that he was not. Also, he was a giant one, and he was living in a cave by himself. He might not have been popular with the locals.
Yeah, the town's crazy one. So we could go up there and stir the pot, have a nice distraction while we sneak around, or just continue on. But I think maybe continuing on is the safe bet for now. What do you all say?
Okay.
I mean, I'll follow whatever
Yeah,
you got.
I agree.
Okay, forward then.
So you pass that passage, you go forward. There is a wall on your left that is very obviously made out of quartz crystal. It is perfectly flat. It's cold to the touch. In fact, it's quite chilly in here. You can feel the air is quite cold. Gustav and Lloyd and Dr. Harrow, you can feel it more than the others can. It's quite uncomfortable.
Oh, a bit nippy in here.
But you realize that this left-hand wall of the corridor is semi see-through. And there is something beyond that wall that's moving around. It's huge. It seems to be maybe in a pit or something. And as you continue to move forward, there is a break in the wall, a door going into this room. And what you see is it's a very large room. There is a huge pit in the ground. And in the middle of the pit, there is a Vormis that must be 3 times bigger than the giant one that you encountered. It's been chained down in this pit. It's obviously in pain. Parts of it look like it has been petrified, and the rest of it not. And it's just sort of writhing itself around in pain. These chains are huge, and you can do a sanity roll because this thing, it almost doesn't look like a Vormis anymore. It almost looks like a piece of the mountain with tufts of what look like plants or grass growing on it.
93.
94.
93, 94, 95, 96.
I passed with a
71.
58. I'm the only one that's not affected by this thing.
I passed.
I mean, it seems like it's a lot plant-based, so maybe that's why.
Right, I'm too busy looking at the plants growing on it.
To a, where is it?
I guess this is where they do their gigantism exercises on themselves and on things they capture, on the villagers next.
Just don't
Do a-
understand what the point is.
Just do a 1d6.
A
And then roll a
5.
5.
6.
I've lost 11 sanity this session.
Okay, if you got 5 or more, roll an intelligence.
Yeah.
95.
50 under 70.
Yeah, I actually only got a 70, but that's still a success.
I failed.
I got a
All right.
success.
So if you got a success, I'm going to have you roll roll a 1d8.
3 for me.
Okay. Jack, you have a somewhat hysterical reaction. This is so bizarre, beyond anything. You probably start to giggle or laugh.
Oh, it's so big. It's so much bigger than everything we've seen.
Yeah, and it looks like it could just, with one boom, it could just flatten you down.
It points at Lloyd. It would squish you so bad, man.
How about you,
Lord,
Dr.
it's-
Harrow?
I got an 8. Is that what he rolled? I didn't hear.
No, he rolled a 3. I don't like that one. I'm just going to say you feel lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious to both of you that these animals have been experimented on. Obviously made to grow gigantic. It also looks like they've used those petrification guns on it occasionally, and it's pathetic and it's sad to see, but at the same time, that creature is so dangerous it could squish you without even noticing that you were there.
We should, it'd be funny. We should plan G the chains and let it go.
Don't you dare, Buzz. No,
Buzz.
no.
2
No.
grenades. We should let it be so it would squish so many snake people. Not you all.
You
Not
just gave
you
me
all.
one too.
Why don't you just pet Gus, okay? Just pet Gus. You know how that big boom, that would just scare Gus to death, and you
Put
don't
it-
want Gus to die.
I put a grenade in Gus's little capybara hands to start petting this. We should free it. Gus knows about being free. It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny to watch it rampage and smash everything.
You know what, Buzz? You have a point. Give me those grenades, all of them, and I'll see what I can do.
Buzz undoes his grenade, his special made grenade belt, and hands it out. Go blow it up.
Oh yeah. Oh, this will be great.
Lloyd just
Jack, have you
looking at him
lost-
like,
I've lost 11
Have you lost 20%
of my starting sanity.
if you're starting?
Let's see. I don't think quite, but let's see. No, not quite.
Okay.
I need to
Tell
lose
me when
3.
you do.
3 more and I will.
So I store these grenades very carefully in my backpack. Hopefully not letting Jack see it.
Okay.
Buzz is like hunkered down waiting for the boom. He's holding Gus's head down with him.
Well, by degrees, Jack, you start to come back to your senses.
Yeah.
I have lost 20%. I'm down to 51 from 80.
Okay, Dr. Harrow. I would like you
16.
Are we talking about from when we first started the game or the session?
from the game, from the beginning. What's your
Oh,
original
oh, oh,
sanity
oh,
was?
then yes. Oh, absolutely. I have, yes, from the game. I thought we meant this session. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm past 20%, but I've never triggered like, a 5 point.
Game or scenario? Like Iceland, right? But
Well, from
whatever.
your starting sanity, just how many have you lost?
Oh, I've lost more than close to half.
Yeah, I started at like 89 and I'm down to 50.
Okay.
Did none of you do therapy when we were in New York?
I did therapy.
It's the 1930s and I'm a man. Do you think I did therapy?
They told me to smoke a bunch of
Actually-
cigarettes, you know.
Actually, I didn't consider that, but then it would be from the beginning of the scenario. So not the beginning of the
I
game.
think I've definitely I think I have lost 40 or 20% from the because I know I lost some last session. So
Well, let's deal some of this out then. Jack, do a 1d20.
1d20. 18.
18.
Yeah, 18.
18 is insane brutality, which makes sense with your hand grenades.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll read this off to you. Insane brutality. I'm going to chop you into tiny pieces. The hero will roll all melee damage twice and take the highest result.
Okay.
The downside is that once you start hitting, you can't stop. They must continue until they deliver a killing blow. The only two things that will stop this is if they are either rendered unconscious or someone successfully fast talks them out of it. Charm or intimidate will also work. So that sounds cool.
I mean, everybody in existence is attacking Gus, so I will kill them mercilessly.
So keep that in mind. Who else got the 20%? Dr. Hara, why don't you roll a 1d20?
18.
Oh, the same thing.
Oh,
Let's
that's
roll
no
it
fun.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Insane dexterity. My hands move quicker than the eye can see. You gain a bonus dice to a dex roll. If the roll is failed, something goes wrong. The keeper chooses either the hero is injured or they break the thing that they were working on. Okay. Somebody else?
I'm at 30 now. I started at 42, so this last roll pushed me over the 20%.
Okay. 1d20.
We're all just
I rolled
losing
a
our minds all
4.
at once.
I'm sorry, what did you get?
4.
Insane constitution. I grit my teeth and feel no pain. When an amount of damage is suffered, the hero may choose to make a con roll. If successful, they bear the pain and have the damage. If the roll is failed, they take the damage that was rolled and fall to the ground incapacitated for 1d3 rounds. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Nice. Although I have a huge amount of hit points, but I mean, you never know what'll happen.
And the
If
rest
this
of you
thing
keep
would
me
squish me.
posted if you go beyond it. Okay, ahead of you, if you're going to go past the giant's prison, we'll call it, the corridor splits and goes left and right. There is a room directly ahead of you, but it looks like the ceiling has collapsed and shattered part of the crystal walls.
Any sound? Any conversation? Any wailing of Icelandic people or hissing
Nope.
of serpents?
I'll do a listen roll.
I'm going to spend 3 because there's no reason not to.
Okay.
Listening really hard over the sounds of that giant thing in torment
Yeah.
freaking.
You think that you can hear noise coming from the left. It sounds like a muffled sort of murmuring sound.
I think that the inner night is to the left, and I'm going to draw both of my pistols and head that way.
Okay. The rest of you can follow?
Yeah, after I pocket one of those crystals that's shattered on the floor.
Okay.
So I look at Buzz, and if he seems well again, I'll pass him back his grenade belt. We might need it, seems like.
You go forward, and you realize that you've come to the end of the corridor. At first, it seems like the quartz crystal walls just end, but you can see there is a shape in the wall at the end that looks like a little bigger than a human hand, but probably serpent hand.
Yeah, goose forward.
Okay. I'll place my hand inside that.
You put your hand inside of it, and there is an immediate sort of grinding noise as the wall begins to slide over. And as you step inside, once again, it's a fairly large room. There are cubicles. The cubicles go floor to ceiling. There are quite a few of them. And they're all kind of translucent. But you can see that inside of all of them, or at least all the ones you can see, there are people in there. You can see vaguely their shadows or their shapes. And this whole structure is kind of lifted off the ground with cables and things going into the ground. They're like you consider them almost like holding cells. And they're about human size, whatever's inside of them.
Okay, so no grotesque deformations or...
You don't see any. And they're not moving around frantically. They're more or less, some of them are sitting on the ground. Some of them, they give you the feeling of prisoners in a prison.
Are they, you said they're glass or they're barred?
They're like
Quartz.
solid walls of quartz.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well,
So you can sort of see inside them, but you can't see clearly. It's blurry.
and we don't speak Icelandic, so we can't offer them a lot of comfort. Let's not alarm them and go back and find their captors, right?
I assume we learned like a hello or something from Brunhilde, but I'll follow your lead.
I'm not leading, I'm asking. I just don't want to upset these people any further as long as they're not in immediate danger. It's not as though the quartz cubicles have green fluid on the floors or people are moaning.
They have cables going into the cubicles, right?
Yeah,
They're
it's almost like
together.
It's almost like they're tanks.
I mean,
Holding tanks.
we could start trying to break people out. that's going to make noise. I might want to surprise their captors before we do that.
There's no piping or anything that we can see that where they could pump something into these tanks, is there?
Maybe.
I mean, it's alien technology. Who can say?
You can do spot hiddens, though.
Let's look closely. Oh,
I got a hard success.
I have an extreme success.
I've got rage in my eye.
Each of them does seem to have places where there are indentations similar to the door coming inside that you just came through.
So it'd take a real long time to get each and every one of these open to get these people out. And then we'd only be able to cart them across the way that we came unless we find another way out of here.
But the risk is if we get spotted, that they might pump some gas into these cubicles and just wipe them out. We don't even know if they're the villagers. We can check out one of them. I would also like to experiment with one of our non-hybrids, seeing if they can open the doors or not.
Well, that kind of experiment might set off an alarm.
What do you want to do?
You're muted.
You're muted, Dr. Harrell.
If her name is Jensdottir, her brother's name is Jensson. I doubt she mentioned his name, his first name.
Maybe she did. I think that it's Ollie.
But I can't say we'll be back or don't worry. We'll just be verifying that it's the villagers, and we know it's the villagers, right? Logically,
Has to be.
Probably.
It does seem to be
Most likely. Okay, I'll follow your lead.
Maybe if we call out Ole Jensson and someone responds, you can open that one only, and we can let him out, and he can tell the others that we're going to release them. And that way we'll know who's in there and they won't panic too much? I'm making a lot of assumptions.
We don't have much information to go off of, so. I mean.
We're probably going to be the only human people that they've seen since they were captured, so I don't think that we would be as terrifying as the other stuff that they've witnessed.
So, should I call his name?
I mean, you can try, but these quartz cases seem pretty thick. I don't know if any sound's going to get through.
You don't hear much noise, just vague murmurs.
Ole Jensson.
Do a luck roll.
Sure, regular.
You say it a couple of times, and you hear, yeah. You can't really understand what he's saying.
Yeah, he'll think to knock, though. We'll see the shadow through the quartz.
He puts his hand against the quartz.
It's that one, Goose.
Open that one.
Okay, Stony, why don't you try it? I want to see if regular humans can open these doors.
Okay.
So if we're in a pinch later on,
Yeah, I'll have Goose show me what to do, and
put your hand up to it.
Okay.
Okay. You put your hand up to it, and your hand doesn't quite fit, but you put your hand into it, and starts to go off in the room.
Okay.
Well,
Start letting them all out. Yeah.
They're start coming to us, so let's let them out.
Yeah, if nothing else, they're a distraction.
Let's make a complete mess of the situation.
Okay. Yes. You Goose, start letting them out. Terrible idea. The rest of us, let's go down the other way and start killing all the lizards that come at us.
All
Okay.
right.
Grenades in hands.
I'll
Right.
do Jens' son first. Hopefully he'll speak some words of English. And
So
he can be
there-
my guide.
Lloyd, give it a
are-
try. See if your hand works. That way, two people are letting him out. Since you'll probably hang back anyways.
Okay. So in each of these cubicles, there's about 7 people. And there's about 10 of the cubes. So about 70 people. Gustav, you're letting you open up the one with Ollie, and you put your hand on the thing, and the door starts to slide to the side. And when it does, the alarm stops as the door starts to open. But you've already heard that alarm sort of echo through the chambers.
How far
So
away
Ollie-
are... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, how far away is like the nearest cubicle? Because Jack told me to start opening them, so I was going to start just randomly, just like throwing my hands in, opening up as many as I could.
This chamber is filled with them, so they're everywhere. But there's only about 10 of them. All right, so you're opening the chambers, and Gustav, Ollie comes out. As it turns out, Ollie does speak English.
Okay, so I'll ask him to help, like, calm the villagers down and, like, guide them into a group and follow me and Lloyd.
They've taken some of our people. We don't know where or for what.
Don't worry. We'll get to them when we get to them. We're going to take care of all these people here first.
So Gustav and Lloyd, you're there. What are the others doing when you heard the...
Immediately
yeah.
heading back toward the quiet tunnel. I think I'm in front with 2 pistols. Buzz is at my back with 2 grenades.
Yep.
I've got my rifle.
Actually, Stoney might be in. You think Stoney would be the lead with the rifle?
Well, I've got a rifle, but I also have that nifty Medusa gun.
Mm.
I did show him.
So,
Yeah, whatever. I'm eager for action, but if I'm practically speaking, that might be a good first defense with pistols and then grenades from the rear. I haven't actually, I was medical in the war, so.
So you go back, and you're going back towards where the giant was?
And there was an intersection after the Giants area opened, I thought. And we heard the murmuring. I'm thinking it will go down the quieter tunnel.
Okay. You start heading down the quieter tunnel, and it loops around. After a few minutes, you can hear something coming. You hear the clump, 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 sort of squashy sounding feet as 4 guards in Slurping Baby suits come around the corner. They are armed with the flame shooters. They see you, and one of them immediately goes, the prisoners must have escaped. And the others, I'd like you to do a psychology roll or...
Where they speak
something.
English, for God's sake.
Psychology. Ooh. I can
do
spend 5 if no one else succeeded. I can spend 5 luck to make it a success.
I failed by 44.
I'll spend 5. I'll spend 5.
I was thinking about pushing it with a why are they speaking English in Iceland kind of gambit, but don't have any Icelandic, so I think it's your way is easier.
Yeah, I spent
So-
5 to catch something I hear.
Jack, you definitely get the impression that these are like the quintessential bumbling guards. They have weapons. They've been told to patrol, and they're not really very good at it. They're kind of idiots. So they see you and they just start firing their guns. And we'll go into combat. Stoney, you're there too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. Okay, so Gustav and Lloyd are still in the room with the people. I don't know what your dex order is. Let's just go around the room. Since Jack, you're the first one to notice, you can go first.
Okay. I'm throwing grenade.
Oh, okay. Right into the middle of them, huh?
Yeah, an 03.
Okay. The rest of you, I imagine, are getting down. The guards don't really pay much attention to the grenade, but you're pretty sure that the last thing one of them said was, "They're idiots. They're throwing rocks at us." And boom,
Yeah.
they are splattered against the walls. And the sound echoes up and down the chamber. And
I'm
that was the
assuming-
quickest battle.
I'm assuming there were little divots in the cave that we could sort of press ourselves against when we saw Gus toss his plan G.
Yeah. No, not much, because you guys are in a crystal, perfectly rectangular. So you guys backed up enough.
I got 20.
Oh.
I got 23 on my 4d10. So
Yeah, they're splattered. And everything goes quiet again all of a sudden.
Well, everything's quiet because I'm deafened. Is there a rain of quartz from the ceiling?
No, the walls and the floor seem to be almost completely unharmed by the
This place is
blast.
very unnatural.
Buzz turns around with a finger in his ears, like,
Yeah. You need to get Gus some ear protection.
"There's a bus."
Let's
Goose
go.
and Lloyd, you hear the explosion, as do all of the people in the room. Are you letting everybody out?
Yeah, I'm just going systematically through it.
I'm
mean,
just tapping every
Why
screen.
leave 5 people behind or something? That's
So you have a group of about 70 people. You'll have to
Which is
figure
a
out what you're
large
going to
group.
do.
But
Yeah.
there were 200 in the village, so
I'll ask Ollie to find 3 or 4 people that are trustworthy, that are level-headed, and split them up into tiny groups so they can I only have to tell a few people what to do, and they'll make sure their little group does it. So it's a bit more manageable. And I'll ask Lloyd, do you think we should just try and lead him back to the group of Vormish we came from?
I think they're good on their own. We need to get going.
I mean, good on their own. They don't even know where they are or where the exit is.
There's
but
70 of them. There are only 6 of us and 2 of us right now.
I'll ask Ollie, do you think you can take it from here, get out, or...
Yeah, but we don't know the way out.
Well, you're in luck. Neither do we.
We can give them the directions back the way we came out. So left, right, left, 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 right, up, down, A, B.
Yeah,
That'll just get them back to the abyss.
Close enough.
we came from this camp of trolls that were somewhat friendly. We can lead you, we can give you directions to that place, but you'd have to swing a rope over a giant abyss to get there. And they don't speak a lick of Icelandic or anything.
Trolls. Well, we've seen the trolls. The trolls raided the village.
These are
Are you
different
sure they're-
trolls. This is a different group of trolls. These are somewhat friendly.
Well, I will try to lead them the way that you came from.
All right. Well, Godspeed, my man, and we'll look for the others.
So, Gustav, and you follow the other passageway until you get to where the others are, and you can see up ahead of them there are red splatters all over the walls. And a sort of burn, where the grenade went off.
And of course, I'm not going to be able to proceed immediately because I've got to make sure that all of their human baby suits are dead before I can carry on.
Oh, well, they were
like
blasted.
It's all, yeah.
They were shredded.
Making sure there are no intact eyeballs and that I can carry on.
The way's clear.
Okay.
It's going to be hard
forward?
to train Gus when he's deaf.
You teach him sign language.
Yeah, onward. Gotta clear the mountain.
Right. You start moving forward again. The passage winds back and around.
Oh, one moment. Buzz, I'm just thinking we might need to retrieve technology from here. So you might have to back pocket Plan G if you see machinery. Just keep it in mind. They might all be in the command center. If we blow that up, then we'll destroy the technology. They could be opening move from here.
Good point, he yells.
All right. You move forward, and you come to a place where the walkway, the room opens into a gigantic sort of area, like the size of a warehouse on the inside. On the right-hand side, well, let's do the left-hand side first. There's a place where the corridor was broken, probably by tectonic movements of the volcano, whatever. The result is there's a huge pit on one side. It smells bad, and you get the distinct impression that it's been used to throw all of the bad experiments down into to get rid of them, like a giant garbage pit. And it smells like a garbage pit. And looking down into it, there's all sorts of nastiness down in that garbage pit. On the right-hand side of this large chamber, there's something going on. There are, once again, a number of pits in the floor. They're circular pits. There is a kind of metallic grid up above at the ceiling. And there are all of these mechanical arms and pointy things and claws and things like that that are hanging down from it like some sort of weird mechanical medical bay. And in each of these pits, and there's maybe 6 of them, in 3 of them, there are what look like giant snake fetuses, or snake man fetuses. And in the other 3, they're much farther on. They look like that serpent creature that you saw in the Vormis cavern. This seems to be where they manufacture these snake hybrid mutant muscular monsters. Some of these instruments are flying around. They're ripping open parts of the arms of these things, impacting them with something that looks like muscle tissue, sewing them back up. And the creatures are definitely alive, and in some sort of, it's not like there's no anesthesia going on. but 3 of them seem to be more in a fetus state, and the others seem to be close to finishing.
How close would I estimate we are to the center of the volcanic cone at this point?
Well, you're getting closer, you're thinking.
Is it warmer?
No, it's still quite chilly.
I think I'm close to doing a sanity roll for seeing all this.
Yeah, you can do a sanity roll. I think there's a sanity roll here.
At 20, I passed. Oh, thank God.
I failed.
So did I.
I passed this one. Barely.
I think this is going to do it for Lloyd. He's about to lose his mind, if he ever had any.
So it's the double one. It's 1d4 for seeing the medical facility. And then it's a 1d8 for seeing these abominations that are being created.
Is that just on fails?
That's on sanity loss.
Okay.
So roll a 1d4 and then a 1d8.
And if we pass,
okay.
though,
I passed my sanity, so
If you pass, you're holding it together.
okay.
You've already seen horrors in
freaked out
here.
at the last one after all.
That right there pushes me at my 20%.
Yeah,
What?
I rolled a 7 on the D8.
Roll your intelligence then.
I didn't even roll that high. I was happy I rolled a 2 and a 1, but that's still
That's
enough to push.
It's a failure on the intelligence roll.
Okay. That's good. That's good. You
yeah.
just take the sanity damage.
I took 10 and I failed my intelligence.
Ooh. Very nice. You're shaken, but you're not stirred.
So
I might be about this close to vomiting, though, with the death pit.
Yeah.
So what happens then if I haven't lost 5 all at once, but I did just lose 3, which was enough to push me to my 20%?
I'll give it to you. Do a 1d20.
20. Man, this isn't D&D. Why would I have a D20 out? 15.
15. Insane vision. Light. Who needs lights? It says. You gain a bonus dice to a spot hidden roll, even in complete darkness. You get to make the roll as if it were twilight. If the roll is failed, the keeper decides the outcome. Either their eyes become painful and overly sensitive, or they suffer delusions for the next hour. But yeah, pretty much you'll be able to see in the dark, which is
for an hour.
That's if you fail, you suffer delusions for an hour. You start to see things that aren't really there.
Great. I'm a cave adapted snake.
Yeah. Right. What do you guys want to do? Anything?
Obviously, we have to destroy all of these, but I think we want to find the nest of vipers first, right? We want to cut off the head and then come back and destroy all of this. Honestly, I think we want to find a way to make this volcano active and burn the whole thing away.
Well, are you thinking that they don't have as many people here because, your kind don't like the cold too much and it is rather chilly here, so they're putting the dumbest of the dumb around here and it's kind of sparse on security?
I don't think that the bootlickers that Jack blew up were the people who ran the invasion party. I think there's a command team that are a little more savvy. There have to be scientists or, somebody's running this thing, and we want to get the egghead. Maybe they've got one they've mutated. It's got a skull like this, and it's the one that's devising all of this monstrosity.
But we don't see anyone within the facility
No,
like
these are all
monitoring
just-
anything. Okay.
No, as far as I can tell, this is just the juggernaut breeding chamber. I'm guessing that because the caldera has natural shapes in it, that the command center is going to be in the center of the cone of the entire mountain.
We did see those flying things go like
Yeah.
into the top of it, so that's a fair assumption.
We're also not facing a giant force of serpent people because we keep making loud noises and they're not racing in like a organized army. This is an outpost.
This mountain is fairly huge, so sound might not carry that far. Although the alarm should have rung like everywhere.
Yeah, but then it was turned off and, that might be somebody's local authority.
Why don't the two of you do intelligence rolls, Gustav and Dr. Jude?
Well, that's a sweet 12, so that's extreme.
I think I just have a regular, but if you have extreme, that's
Okay. Yeah, with the two of you talking to one another, you begin to realize the inner night doesn't much have in the way of soldiers. The guards that you saw aren't disciplined. They probably don't know to come running if they hear something. They probably just stand where they are supposed to stand and do what they were told to do and hope that nothing bad happens to them. They don't seem extremely intelligent. They're flunkies. They're henchmen. They're not soldiers.
And they're not local. They're speaking English.
Yeah, they seem to
were
be
sent
speaking
here.
English. Right.
I mean, the one we came across on the Dreamlands mountain also spoke English to us, so that might just be their regular language, their lingua franca or something. But
Well, I mean, it is the modern world, so a lot of, I don't know how recruitment works.
But I thought, like, after what's her name defected, that she brought more organization to the group.
That's what we're told by our lying employers.
Yeah, but this seems like
an old project to me also, but they just grabbed that whole village last night. This other situation has been going on for a longer time. I don't know. I just want to find the command center and let Buzz make it into confetti.
I think that's a good way to go about it.
Right. So you begin to go farther on. You run across quite a few passageways that are blocked with rubble, that the ceiling has collapsed. You can find large cracks in some of the quartz floors and walls. Eventually, you come around a corner, and you can see through the quartz wall that there are two serpent people inside the room to your right. The door to it is open, but they don't seem to be paying that close attention. You can hear them chatting with one another. One of them says, well, I just assumed that we get the hell out of here as soon as possible. I know they gave us work to do, but I'm afraid that thing is going to wake up. And that's not good. And the other one says, well, the tremors are getting worse. I think staying here is suicide. As soon as I get the chance, I'm going to commandeer one of those spheres and get the fuck out of here. So that's the conversation they're having. But they look like they could be easily ambushed because they're not paying very close attention. And they're in the room on the right-hand side.
And from what we can see, sneaky like, is that room full of high-tech gear?
You can't see through the walls. You're just sort of seeing the two serpent men's shadow shapes.
So
here, I've got an idea. And I ask, Goose, do you still have your communicator with you, or did you give it away?
I gave it to Jens' daughter, or whatever.
Who has one? Let me borrow it.
I've got one. What's the plan, Lloyd?
I'm going to say, we just set this up over there. We say a couple of words into it. We draw them over there, and then we just bonk them upside the head.
I think we want to capture one awake and alive and ask him what that thing down there is, what he's talking about. He seems to have some idea.
Hey, there's two of them in there. There's more of us. Let's just rush them.
Yeah. Bum rush him.
Stoney
Grab
can
one, ask
do a
him
double
few
bonk
questions.
and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. So who's going to rush through the door first?
I will.
I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but Lloyd has pulled out his gun, and he's just got that. He's going to wait. He'll be like one of the last ones. He's going to just blow one of their brains out, whichever one they aren't looking at.
Okay. Let's see.
He said he only needed one.
As you jump through the door or go through the door, Stoney, you're going to bonk one. Why don't you roll a bonk roll?
All right.
Well, roll.
Roll. Okay, 38. Yeah, it's a regular success.
Okay. Just as you pop through the door, and he's in the middle of saying something, which it sounds like what he says is, we should activate the self-destruct and evacuate. Just as he says that, you bonk him on the head, and he gets a look of surprise in his eyes as he goes down. By the way, he is wearing a soft pink baby outfit. So as he goes down, you hear the baby sort of gurgle and go like that as he goes down. The other one, Lloyd, go ahead and fire your gun to
Yeah, I just pretty much want to sneak up. Everybody's looking and like, we caught him, and then you just hear, "Pah!" And I imagine you see a splatter of brains. It was 10 points of damage. I rolled a d10.
Yeah, you blow his brains out. He slumps to the ground. And in that moment,
And I am looking around like, who did that? Who did that? That was not the plan.
You just see Lloyd with a smoking gun pointing right.
I run over and I punch Lloyd in the face.
and as that moment takes place, and the snake guy goes down on the ground, this room seems to be some sort of medical facility. There are a number of glass spherical chambers in here. You're taking this all in within just a split second of looking. In one of the chambers, these are smaller sort of cylinders. It looks like there is a woman. She seems to be alive and suspended in a kind of clear liquid. And despite the fact that she is completely submerged, she seems to be able to breathe it. It's some sort of breathable liquid. And when she sees you guys moving around, she puts her hands up against the walls of it, as if she wants to get out. She definitely looks like possibly a a Nordic individual. She's completely naked at the same time. And in the sphere next to her, or the not sphere, the cylinder next to her, there is a man who is also similar naked in this liquid. Only these mechanical arms have dropped down into that chamber and they have secured him. And one of them comes down like a knife and splits him in half. It opens him up. It reaches in and starts removing his bones bit by bit. It folds him out. It pulls out his internal organs and replaces them with mechanical-looking panels, and it fashions him into an environmental suit like you've become so familiar with. And you can all do sanity rolls.
Yeah, I failed.
I pass.
83, not nearly close.
That's a pass.
I failed by 1 point.
I think that if you passed, you can do a 1d4. And if you failed, you can do a 1d10 insanity loss.
Oh.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 7, which
Just 3 for me. I'm so.
I took 9.
I rolled a 4, but that dropped me below 20%.
yeah, I'm way below now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
below 20%. I just took another 4.
If you got more than 5, then do an intelligence roll.
I passed my intelligence roll.
Yeah. It becomes obviously that this is the machine that turns the Icelandic villagers into suits for the snake people to wear in cold areas. And that in just a few moments, it is going to start on the woman. And I think that's where we'll break.
Yeah, I passed my intelligence roll also.
No, I failed my intelligence.
Yeah. Okay. If you failed, if you failed your intelligence, you're fine. If you didn't, then let's do. Did anybody get more than 5 and pass their intelligence?
Yeah, me too. Check me, I think.
Gustav. We'll do Gustav first. Why don't you go ahead and roll a 1d10?
6.
6. Interesting. Significant person. You are pretty sure that the woman in there is somebody you loved. You recognize her. And you're frantic to get her out of that thing before she's filleted. And who else? Buzz?
Yeah.
I
wrote a 3. I wrote a 3, which maybe what I wrote earlier as well.
Yeah, let's see.
Is that laughing?
That was, hysteria. Roll again.
Okay.
Right,
9.
9. 9 says you're going to develop a phobia. So the phobia is going to last. What makes the most sense to you? Fear of being put into a vat and then slowly.
No, make him a vegetarian.
I got a good one. How long is it going to last?
Well, that can last indefinitely if you want, but it's
okay.
only 10.
Because it was
rounds.
a machine that came down, did it, right?
Yeah.
I think for a certain amount of time, I'm going to be I have a phobia of mechanical things, which is what I deal in. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
yeah.
That puts a hindrance on you of some sort. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll end it there. At a cliffhanger, watching the woman about to be filleted. Let's see, where is my... That's right, everything closed, isn't it? Our players included Cohen Lighton, Carrie Comer, Kent Blue, Julian Arba, Dakota Poole, and David Gasway, with yours truly as a keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn to find out our gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.